You already know, it's your favorite Auntie Pooh, and I'm coming back, yeah, with another banger. You already know, part 12. It's part 12, I think so. So he look at me, and I'm like, who the fuck behind the door if it ain't your wife? He says, my baby mama. Yeah, what? He like, I do got a baby by a chick out here, and every time I come, he like, man, I don't know how I should be figuring it out, but she always know where I'm at. Like, I'm like, oh. I'm like, let me put my shoes on. Cause what? So I put my tennis shoes on and I lace them up. You feel me? Because she steady knocking at the door, real aggressive. So I'm thinking, oh, let this bitch in. Let her in. Let's go. You feel me? Let's go. My brother would clean up while I'm doing the story. So aggravating, like, you don't clean up no other time. Now he wanna clean up. When your brother your landlord, honey. Oh Lord Jesus. So he like, hold on. Before he answered the door, the phone is ringing. The room phone. So I pick it up. I'm like, hello? It's D. He like, where Terry at? I'm like, at the door for his baby mama. He was like, oh, alright. And he hung up. So you just want to call and tell him? Alright, strike number one for your ass. I'm not the hit list you want to be on, right? So he let her in. You feel me? He let her in. She comes. Alright. So I'm just looking. She like, hi. I'm like, hello. She like, what's your name? I'm like, Pooh, what's your name? We just go call her Spray. She like, my name's Sprite. I'm like, okay, how can I help you? She like, oh, I came for him. I said, no. When you come for him, you come for me. So you came for us. So how can we help you? She was like, I just want to know if he was going to give me some money for the baby. I said, where the baby at? She said, at home. I said, so what reason did you come without the baby? She said, because I didn't know how the reaction was going to be. I said, when the last time you fucked him? She was like, what? I said, huh? Water? When the last time y'all fucked? He was like, tell the truth. She was like, we ain't fucked in like 7 months. I'm like, oh, you still want to fuck him? She was like, it's my baby daddy. I said, you still want to fuck her? He was like, no, I'll fuck with you. She was like, what? He was like, yeah, ain't none of that. Like, none of that. I'm with her. She like, oh. So she know about your wife? He like, yep. She like, and all the other bitches you got in from state to state? He like, yep. She been with me. We just left Vegas. Anything else you want to know? She like, what? What? You took her to Vegas? He like, yeah, Arizona too. Anything else you want to know? He like, and I always tell you, anytime you need something for my son, I'll give it to you. He like, but I'm not giving you no more money. She like, oh, this what we doing? This what we doing? So you can't give me the money. I'm like, nah, anything your baby need, we'll buy it. I'll make sure he got it. I'll make sure he buy it. Just write a list down. You need a pen and paper? I gave her a little pen and pad that come at the hotel room. Write down what the baby need. Use all the little sticky notes you need, baby. Cause I don't know if this is a flex, but bitch, girl, I'm in love with this man, girl, and I'm ready to kill you behind this D. I'm not one of them. Stop playing with me. We're not gonna play kid games, right? So she like, well, can I just bring the baby in? I'm like, sure. He like, how you get over here? She say whoever the name was. He like, why the fuck would you bring that nigga to where I'm at? She was like, I didn't even know if you was really here. You know, he like, go get my motherfucking baby. He was like, bitch, and you better hope you get him back. She was like, you the daddy? You the daddy? Whoopty woo woo woo. Da 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 da. Right? So she go get the baby and she come back. She call. We go downstairs. Shay and them come downstairs with us because the nigga she go with, right? I guess they done been had an issue. When he pulled up, y'all, when I say my soul was on fire, I didn't know this man. I had never seen this man. This man hadn't even opened up his mouth. And when I say baby, I was like, I don't fuck with him. It was the way he was looking. He was just one of them people that didn't have to open up his mouth. I'm like, I'll never fuck with him. He was so grimy and dusty looking. So I'm looking at her when she bringing a baby, and I could see him like kind of like tapping her, cause I'm paying attention. Cause I'm like, he better not try to play no type of games or set nobody up or nothing. Like, you finna die in the parking lot, bro. Little do you know. So she get out the car and she say, look, I know you gonna take the baby right now, but can you please give me some money? And he was like, nah. And I was like, I looked at him and he was like, no. But I looked at her and her face got weary. Like real weary. So he took the baby. I was like, you don't got no baby bag or nothing? She was like, oh yeah, I do. She went back to the car to get the bag. Oh boy, D, the baby, and Terry, they going inside. I'm like, go ahead, let me talk to her. So her nigga like, hurry up. I'm like, she'll be there in a minute, give me a second, let me talk to her. He like, oh, all right, right. So right then and there, I had already read the energy in my mind. Now, people say I always think I'm right, but I didn't go to school for nothing. I'm telling you, I've been in this world long enough to know body language, especially when shit going wrong. It's just something I know. I swear it's a gift. I was like, how long you been hitting on me? And she was like, what? I'm like, how long you been hitting on you? And she just started, I said, you ain't got to do all that. I said, look, we go keep the baby for a while, right? I go in my pocket, I give her some money. I said, look, he gonna kill you. You gotta get away from this. She said, I will. Can you just tell him to keep the baby? I didn't want him to know. I said, have you ever abused the baby? She looked down. I said, you gotta tell me. I said, you gotta tell me. I said, because if we keep the baby, go to the doctor, anything, come on, man. You can't do that. She was like, he just grabbed him before and was hollering, you know, when he wouldn't stop crying, but he never hit him. And I was like, all right. And I was like, you know I'm gonna tell him. She was like, and I was like, look, man, what you choose to go through is one thing. This baby is another. I said, let's take care of yourself. I said, but I don't want to have to tell your child one day that his mother loved somebody else more than she loved herself or him. I don't want this to be the last time we see you. And she just was like, thank you. And Shay was like, she got in the car. Now here I am, soft-hearted as fuck. Now I'm worried about her. Now I'm thinking, damn, this a bitch ass nigga. Like, I don't even know why I gave her some money, but I can already tell it was some shit. He would have been beating her ass for not having gas or something. I just was trying to prevent it, even though I know it was gonna happen. I was just trying to prevent it from happening right then. I didn't want her to feel defeated in the moment. I really didn't. I didn't. Even though it might seem like I did, but I didn't. Soon as this girl gets in the car, and I'm like teary-eyed, And I'm wiping my face and shit. This bitch Shay gonna say, fuck that bitch. The fuck you crying for? This bitch sitting up here getting her ass kicked. Then let the baby get abused. Bitch, I'm finna go up here and tell it. I'm like, shut up. She like, and she got you crying. Look at your ass. You done gave her some money. You gave him some money? I'm like, Shay. She talking about, man, you so hard though, bro. She said, I hate that about you. I'm like, why? She like, I really don't like you got a soft spot for these bitches. She like, fuck that bitch. I'm like, shut up, Shay. Shay like, that baby don't look like him though, Pooh. You need to look at that baby. That baby don't look like him. I'm like, Shay. She told me, wipe your face, sitting there crying for this smoker ass bitch. I'm like, I fucking hate Shay. Because even though I'm mean, I'm a softie. I'm a softie and I'm a crybaby. Like, I don't like to see people in bad situations. Like, I really don't. Even if they put themselves in them. I don't. Like, I'm just... Shay really had me fucked up though. She was like sitting there crying for this old crackhead ass bitch. And you fell for the shit. You fell for the shit. I bet that bitch be trying to come back for her baby. I bet she be trying to come back for her baby. I'm like, this bitch got on my nerves. So we get upstairs. He like, what took you so long? I was talking to her. And he was like, yeah, I don't know what she think. I said, what you mean? He like, no, I said, no, say what you was gonna say. What you mean? I said, you can't tell your baby mama in trouble? I was like, that's weird, bro. He like, you think I can't see through that shit? I said, but she got your child, bro. What kind of nigga is you? I said, fuck her. It's about the kid. Whatever she go through, your kid go through. I said, you know, I just talked to her. He was like, what she say? I said, you know that nigga beating on her? He was like, what? He said, I thought she was just doing some shit. I said, but even if you thought that, you didn't care if your baby was around her? He said, no, because she like always took care of the baby, you know? And I said, this nigga. Now I'm starting to see Terry for a different person. I ain't liking this shit. Like, I'm real sensitive when it comes to kids. I'm real sensitive. And you could say one thing that'll make me not never fuck with you again. He like, no, not like that. But you know what, I'm out here, whoa. He trying to explain it. I said, she told me that nigga yelled at your baby before and grabbed him and picked him up and all that. He was like, what? I said, yeah. I said, so I think you need to pay more attention. While you out here living your free ass life, married, fucking with me, fucking with her, doing what you want to do, having babies here and there and everywhere. I said, I think you need to be a little more focused. So right then the baby started crying. I get the baby. I'm taking the baby clothes off. Because now at this point, I'm like, let me bathe the baby. Let's feed the baby. You feel me? So I'm changing the baby. And I look at the baby. The baby got like a little red, like it looked like a little monkey bite. You know? And I'm like, the fuck? And I'm like, you see this? And he just looked. And that nigga just left. He left. Next thing I know, about 10 minutes later, Shay come to the room. She like, where'd they go? I'm like, I don't know. She like, what's going on? I was like, you see the baby chest? She's like, damn, the baby red. So I kind of like patted it. And I looked around and I'm like, somebody been sucking on this baby chest. Like, this is not. Nah, this ain't it. So I get a baby a bath. I feed the baby. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't want to take the baby to the hospital, but I got to. You feel me? But I don't see nothing else wrong with the baby. I at least wanted him. This is what I wanted him to do. Before y'all get on me about not taking the baby to the hospital. What I wanted him to do was to go file for emergency custody. why he had the baby. So before y'all get on me, that's what I told him to do. Now he left. He was gone for like 3 hours. He came back with a gang of stuff for the baby, all kind of medicine, all kind of stuff. And he was like, I gotta get the baby birth certificate and stuff like that. He was like, at least his shot record so I can take the baby. He like, I gotta play nice. And I was like, why? He was like, because I already put a play in order. And I said, well, this is what I was going to tell you to do. You don't have to play nice with her or nothing. I said, we don't know where she at. You can't find her. We got the baby. I said, go to the courthouse tomorrow. I said, no. The court don't care about your record. They don't care about none of that. Neither one of y'all have filed for custodial parent. Go on and file. They're going to grant it to you. You the one with the stable house. You got a job on file. Don't worry about your old stuff. They not looking at that. And they did exactly what I said. They gave him emergency custody. And she had to go to court and different stuff they had to do their shit, but he did do what I told him to do, right? Now we done had the baby for about a week. Right? Now I'm with this nigga every day because he hustling. He can't take care of no little ass baby like that. He can, he know how to take care of a baby, but he can't. So he get custody, she come around. She don't got no problem with it. She literally has no problem now. She come bring the birth certificate, the shot record, she come bring everything. But I noticed when she come, now, we all know Oceanside is hot than a motherfucker in the summertime. I'm talking about it's like Vegas. It's hot. And she got this long black sweater on. I'm like, and I told him, like, when she come, don't even be here. You feel me? Give her some space. So I'm talking to her like, what's up? Like, and she just was like, Pooh, I can't leave. He all I know for real. She like, me and Terry was never like that. Like how you and him is, we was never like that. She was like, so it's just is what it is. I'm like, but what about your baby? She was like, she looked at me and said, but what about me? She said, I ain't never had what I wanted. And he doing better, Pooh. I said, he doing better. She said, I'm telling you, I haven't been making him mad. I've been cooking. I've been doing it. She like, this is old. This is old. I said, I hate to say it. I said, but we gonna miss you. And then I told her, I said, you want me to take pictures? You and the baby? She said, yeah. I said, let me fix you up a little bit. Combed her hair on, because she had some real fine hair, but she just didn't take care of it. I not spritzed her down, watered her down, combed it out, put her in a cute little puff ball. You feel me? The baby was cute, his hair was combed. Of course I had him dressed, don't play with me. And then I was like, you want to go eat? And she was like, yeah. So I took pictures of her and the baby. They went to go eat. But it was the way she gave him back to me. It was like she knew. And then she gave me a hug. And she was like, thank you. She was like, thank you. And I was like, you don't gotta thank me. And I was like, I want to see you. Because at this point, I grew to kind of like her. Only because she wasn't a bad person. She wasn't a bad person at all. And once you got to know her story of everything she been through, she had been, raped, molested by her dad. They didn't care that her uncle was violating her until she was like 17, 18. He the one got her the hoe and all kind of stuff. The girl had an extensive story. So I grew to like her as they went through court and different stuff because she didn't really fight him. She kept it all the way real. But when she handed me him back and she gave me my hug, I was like, no, 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 come here. I was like, come here. And she was like, I was like, we gotta take a picture. So we all took a picture. And right then and there, he was walking in. And I was like, come here. And he was like, what? And I was like, sit down. And I gave him the baby. And he sat there, baby. And I told her, sit down. And he was like, what? I said, y'all finna take a picture. She said, no. And I said, yes. I said, y'all a family. He deserved to have a picture with his mama and daddy. I said, no matter what y'all going through. I said, so sit your ass down and take this picture. And she started laughing. I started laughing. Terry was looking like, bitch, I hate you. And he was like, and I was emotional then. And he was like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, nothing. I was like, and I took a few pictures of them or whatever. And so she left. She was calling every other day. And she had finally left old boy after about maybe like 2 months in. She finally left old boy. And I was so happy. I was so happy for her. Like, I was so happy for her. Because as soon as she left him, she started gaining a little weight. Her face filled in. She was so pretty. And I was like, I see why Terry liked her. Like, she's a beautiful person. She just got caught up with the wrong person. And I always tell you, it only take one. Y'all don't take this to heart enough when I tell you. One motherfucker can ruin your life. That's why you gotta be careful who you give your energy to. Your energy is precious. This is your life. Think about it. You only get one life, man. This is your life. You gotta be careful who you share it with. You gotta be careful. You special. You can't be acting out here like you nothing. And then just getting mixed in with the wrong people and getting caught up in the wrong shit. Your life can be over. Just by meeting the wrong person. And we don't want that. So that's where I was coming from. So even after all the fighting, me, Terry D, Shay, we had been booming. We was all good. So by then, I had watched my homegirl's son while they went on vacation. They didn't came back. So I had him for like a week. So I basically had him and Terry baby the whole fucking week. But I basically had Terry baby every day. Now, everything going good. Everything straight. So I decide, I say, well, I think I need a little break. It's been a couple of months, you know what I'm talking about? I've been over here playing Nanny Q and shit. Like, I think we need to go somewhere. He was like, alright, we'll go somewhere. I'm like, okay. I was like, but I want to go to the cabin. He's like, you want to go to the cabin? Yes. He's like, alright, fuck it. We go to the cabin. We at the cabin. We chilling. Phone reception already trash. It ain't that good. You feel me? He got a phone call. All I see is Terry throw the phone. And I'm like, babe, what's wrong? But when he throw the phone, it don't break. And I pick the phone up. I'm like, hello? Hello? They like, hello? I'm like, yeah. He like, who is this? I'm like, this Hunter. I'm like, this Terry girl or whatever. And then he was like, okay. And then he was like, well, I'm